What do you need to do to become independently wealthy, helping people buy new and used vehicles? Do you believe you can become independently wealthy as an automobile salesperson?
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Most don't, but you absolutely can. Okay? Number one, avoid the 30-day world syndrome. What is that? I know we've talked about this before.
Hero to zero.
Hero to zero. Okay, October, super month, Charles. But then Charles goes back to zero because it's November 1st, right? All right, you can't think like that. Look, an automobile dealership goes on 30-day cycles because that's when they do their financial statements. That's fine for the automobile dealership. It's fine for Roger, who's a manager. It's fine for Eric, who's a manager. It's fine for Ryan, who's a manager. Okay? It's not fine for a commission salesperson. Can those 24 people you helped buy cars and trucks in October become a source of revenue for you down the line, Charles?
Yes.
And the answer is yes. And Rudy, for how many did you do? 6?
6, yeah.
Okay, can those 6 people become sources of revenue for you in the future? The answer is yes. But only if number 2, you never let them forget you. Number 3, you don't ever forget them. Number 4, always offer to provide your customer referrals if they're in a referral type business. When following up, and we're going to get to the verbiage on this in a second, always offer to be of service to your customer. Forget traditional follow-up advice. It doesn't work. And don't rely solely on traditional referral strategies. They are mostly ineffective. The reason? It's math. I already talked about that. Okay, reasons to contact your customer. No other reason than to be of service. Birthday, next page. Anniversary, vehicle anniversary, holidays. Rudy, how many Halloween cards did you get this year?
None.
What? Charles? None?
Halloween cards, no. Yeah.
Roland?
Nope.
Me either. If I'd have gotten a Halloween card, would it have stood out?
Absolutely. Scary.
Yeah. You know, Charles, you mentioned letters. Hannah mentioned the same thing this morning. I get somewhere between 100 and 200 emails a day. How many letters do I get?
Just junk mail and bills most of the time.
And those really aren't. Let me rephrase. How many handwritten notes do I get a day?
Shit, none.
If I got one, would it stand out?
Absolutely.
All right. Use different methods to contact your customer. Email, video, mail, telephone, voice message, text with permission, and personal. Normally, when it comes to personally, if I'd want to know when my customer was in the service department just so I could go back and say hello. Okay? All right, Roger, you asked the question. What should we say? Because if we're going to contact them every single month or every other month, what are we going to say that won't be irritating, won't be annoying, but would be sort of nice? And again, I stole this from another salesperson. He says the same thing in an email, a text, or a voice message. And if the customer answers the phone, he says exactly the same thing. And the message would sound like this. If I got Roger's voicemail, it'd be, Roger, this is Steve from Atzenhofer. No need to call me back unless there's something I can do for you. Just want to let you know I'm here for you if you need me. If you need a service appointment set, I'm more than willing to handle that for you. This is Steve from Atzenhofer. Have a great day. His text would read the same way. No need to text me back unless there's something I can do for you. No need to email me back unless there's something I can do for you. Now, if he knows what the customer does for a living and that customer could use a referral, he does it this way. Charles, Steve from Atzenhofer, no need to call me back unless there's something I can do for you. I remember you're in the office products business. Anytime I come across anybody looking for office products, I'm always going to refer them to you. This is Steve, your car guy at Etzenhofer. Have a great day. Think about that. If the guy owned a restaurant or a bar or a dry cleaners or whatever, not everybody can use referrals, I get that. But if they were in a business where they could use referrals and you reminded them constantly that you were going to send them a referral, whether you do or not, do you think that might motivate them to send you referrals?
Yeah.
And the answer is, as it turns out from this fellow, the answer is yes, it does. And I've got that verbiage written down here. Okay?